All right, let's go over these. Let's see. So I got x minus 11 equals 9. So let me show you a mistake. Don't write this down. Promise me you're not going to write this down. So here's the kind of thing I see in mistakes. Don't write that down. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. But let me show you that's not right, because if you follow the work that the person did, they would get x minus 20. Do you see that? Equals 0. That's not right. That's not what I want. So this is why I try to tell people, you are your own worst enemy with this. Don't try to do an equation in parts and then bring the parts back together. You're not going to put them in the right places. Right? The equal sign is where it is for a reason. So what do I really want to do this problem to get x by itself?
Add 11.
Want to add 11.
Minus 2.
Well, let's see. Not quite. So if I add 11, so now that I undid what was done. So now I got x by itself. What is 9 plus 11? 20. You good? Okay. Is that cool? Do you guys see that? So work for this would not be this. This is not good. Do you guys see how that's not the work for this? And then they can argue, the answer is 20, Jeff, so what's wrong? Do you guys understand that that's not the work? Sure, the answer is 20, but you actually didn't say that anywhere, did you? Right? What am I trying to figure a value of? I'm trying to figure the value of x. Where does it say that x is 20? It doesn't say that anywhere. So this is just work just floating, right? I need to see you do algebra to the equation. Not just because I'm making you do useless bullshit, because when the equations get worse, algebra is the only way to really do it. Yes?
Will you mark points if we don't do that? The way you tell them not to do
What do you think?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, it depends on how you're feeling.
No, it doesn't depend on how I feel. Because I always feel the same way about that. Always. If I go to check this, how do I check this?
You subtract 20 minus 9.
Yeah, you put a 20 in place of the original equation. So 20, down there. 20 minus 11, is that equal to 9? Check. So that's true. So that's true.
Do you want to see us check it every problem?
Only the ones that actually say check. So in the homework, some of them will say check and some of them won't. Just be sure when they say check, you check. On the test, some of them will say check, some of them won't. Just be sure if I say to check that you check. If you check the ones I don't ask you to check, I'm not going to take points off. You're just being careful. You understand? So if I say check it, make sure you check it. Okay. So here, you always ask yourself the same question when you solve equations. What's being done? I want to undo that. So what's being done to my poor x? Multiplying by 3. How do I undo that? Divide by 3.
Divided 3.
And whatever you do, you should be able to see it doing what you want done. So if I divide by 3, right here, what happens to those 3's? And that's what I want done. I want the x by itself, right? And what's negative 12 divided by 3? Negative 4. So if I go to check this, plug a negative 4 in. 3 times negative 4. What's 3 times negative 4? Negative 12. So check, it works. So when you plug a negative 4 in, it becomes a true statement. That's how you know. Now, if you got an answer, if you got negative 3 here, and you plug it in, will it work? That doesn't mean no solution. It just means the answer you got was wrong. It's math saying go back and try it again. So the check part is seeing if the answer you got was right. If it's wrong, you got to go back and see what you did wrong. I like it. Blah, blah, blah. So then I had to give you a problem that had some negative kind of issues, right? And you're all like, you didn't have to, Jeff. What the hell? Yeah, I did. So here, again, you don't care. You don't care what's over there. We're the humans here. We tell the numbers what the hell we want them to do. We want the x by itself, so I'm going to do what? Add 8. Let me take that out. So those cancel. So I am just left with x equals negative 3. I like it. So we go to check it. Plug a negative 3 into the original equation. Negative 3 minus 8 equals negative 11. Is that true? Check. Now obviously, hopefully you understand, these are very basic equations because they are one-step equations. We're going to work our way up to that equation I had up there earlier, eventually, slowly. And then 4. Oh yeah, this is the one everybody loved the most. So what's being done to the x? It's being divided by 6. So how do I undo that? I multiply by 6. So you just multiply by 6, multiply by 6. These 6's cancel. So you are just left with x equals 18. And so to check it, 18 divided by 6 is 3. Check, because it makes a true statement. How do we feel about that so far? Yes, sir?
For number 3, you're not supposed to add.
How do you mean you're not supposed to add? We did add. Right? It's just because the negative 11 plus 8. Right, 11 minus 8 is 3, and the bigger one's negative, so the answer is negative 3. Right? I like it. Okay. Just so you know, some of you guys did the back already. The back was going to be a summary of everything in the chapter. It's the practice test at the end of the chapter, right? I don't think we're quite... Well, actually, what time we got? Some of you guys have already sort of started this. Try out the first few on the back here. Let's see how far you get. Try out the first few on the back. If you've already done that, just pick your favorite wall and stare at it, or help people around you even. That would be good. Maybe it's more productive than staring at a wall.